Good morning, everyone. I'm Lin Hongli, the founder of DAE Tech. DAE stands for Davis Advanced Energy Technologies. Back in 2012, we were the best fresh face at the Clean Start Showcase. I think Mr. Gary Simmons is in the audience, and he presented that to me. And because of lack of funding, I went to China for trial production. Now I'm back. And DAE Tech make supercapacitors and carbon monofluoride batteries for electric vehicles, IoT devices, and energy storage systems for clean energy. We at DAE Tech, we try to solve some battery problems we face today. For example, by 2030, there will be 27 million electric vehicles on the road, but we still have the problems like mileage anxiety, cost, safety issues. All these issues because of the battery. And the industry needs batteries that store 3x more energy at a lower cost, can be charged or discharged safely, and at least 5x faster. Another example, the IoT industry. There are already 20 million devices right now connected through the internet, but they still have a problem of power supply to those devices. They need smaller batteries, but still more energy at a lower cost. So at the DAE Tech, we try to find the solution by thinking out of the box, by develop a new generation of energy storage technologies. We actually have 3 lines of technologies. The first one is a supercap. It stores energy quickly in seconds. And Elon Musk had a PhD on supercaps. He bought the Maxwell supercap company last year. We have another line of technology, primary CFx battery. I'll talk about the next. And we have a third one, rechargeable CFx battery. So here are some examples of our supercap products: cells, modules, jump starter for cars, trucks, small airplanes, helicopters. We also have energy storage system to make the power grid more stable, more reliable. And that's our supercap products we manufacture in mass production now. And this slide probably is a little bit technical, but I want to show you this is how we make our primary CFx battery better than others. CFx battery can store more energy than any other primary batteries we know of. There are only very few companies in the world that make this battery, and very expensive, only used for high-end medical devices and military applications right now. So our primary CFx battery is better than those in the market by store more energy, cost less, also can provide high current pulse. And we achieved that advantage by using low cost biomass-based raw materials. And we make them using our proprietary technique. And this is the third line of our technologies, rechargeable CFx battery. This is a totally new generation of rechargeable battery. It's built up on our successful development of primary cell. So Dr. Steve Lipka has an idea, first in the world, to develop it. So we are the first developing in the world to develop this new technology. It will store 3x more energy than the best lithium-ion batteries we use today by Tesla. And it is inherently safe and cost less because we do not use expensive and explosive nickel or cobalt lithium salts. This project is funded by CEC, California Energy Commission, through the COSID program. We are enrolled in the Clean Tech Open Acceleration Program, and participated in the business plan competition for $500,000 prototype award this fall. So in the past about 3,000 days and nights of my startup company life or no life, and together with my advisors, my investors, my teammates, my family, and we were able to achieve a lot. Here are just a few of them. We have 30 patents issued. We have a tightly protected production know-how. We have a modern production line for supercap and batteries. I have totally under my control, and we have a well-trained workforce. Importantly, we have products, supercap products ready for sale. We have a primary CFx cell ready for validation and marketing, and we have one of the best rechargeable battery in the pipeline. And we were able to achieve that, especially the technical development, because I have two of the best experts in the battery world in the world. Dr. Andy Berg, people call him one of the founding fathers of supercap, is a professor at UC Davis. And Dr. Steve Lipka, and also in the audience today, both of them are here. And he is the CFX master. And I'm very happy to say that recently I got the finest business leaders in our region to join DAE and take the leadership of business development. Mr. Bob Gregory and Mr. Andy Ross and Dr. Choi. I think Bob and Dr. Choi are in the audience today. And with this team, I'm happy to share some of our goals and dreams with you. We want to sell our supercap products right now. We want to get our primary CFx battery validated in 100 days. We want to build up a prototype of rechargeable CFx battery in 200 days. We want to make a DAE TECH a global leader in supercap and the CFx battery technologies in the world. That's our goals and dreams. To reach them, I need your help. I need your support. So I ask for collaboration and partnership. I think my 6 minutes are over. I'll stop right here. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ling Hong. Again, we'll give you the virtual clapping hands. Great presentation. It was a pleasure being able to coach you. So just to note, you were at 7 minutes and 30 seconds. So, I know we were hitting the 6-minute mark, but obviously with presenting in front of an audience, it's always nice. You always end up adding more content. So just a good note for future presentations, but overall, really great presentation. So again, our first question is always, what can we as a community do to support you? You answered some of those ways in which you could, we could support you. If you were to choose one of them, what would that really look like, and how can this community support you going forward?
It's a great question. Actually, I'd like Mr. Gregory, Bob Gregory, to answer that question. He is taking the leadership of business development. That's a business-related question. Bob, are you there?
Yep. There's two things. One, we're working on our business strategy to map, the technology and product development strengths to specific market opportunities. So organizational development and business strategy are really the two key asks right now. So, I saw a connection to, somebody we should speak with, as good experience in this area. That's great. We need more of that. Yeah, thanks for pulling this up, Ling Hong. Nobody can do this alone. These are big challenges to solve. What's unique about DAE Tech is it's a startup, but Ling Hong's been working on this for many years and has manufacturing relationships in place. So right there, that's a head start. But we're looking at public-private partnership, and I show this triangle. There's really three key legs to the stool, right? Is working with organizations like this and others, and UC Davis Institute of Transportation Studies is a great resource to really, they help drive the initiative, right? And DAE Tech, we have the technologies, some already in manufacturing, some we're looking to develop. But the way to hit the mark with the technology is to have a customer as a definition partner. So I call that electric vehicle 2.0. And the advantages of having a super cap in front of the architecture, a big battery energy system, or the CFX technologies, we need a customer to really do a deep definition dive and get a product that's a good back and forth negotiation on requirements to get a product that really meet their needs. So we can start with the super cap, which we know how to manufacture, or the new products that we can jointly define and do prototype together. So in short, looking to help round out this battery alliance, and the initiatives that are being driven are great, and they've made good progress in the last few years. So the time is right for electric vehicle 2.0. So sorry, that was kind of wordy, but the opportunity is absolutely there for the taking.
Thank you, Bob and Ling Hong. So we'll open it up for questions. It looks like we have a number of connections that are being introduced through the chat, so recommend following up with Cynthia and Leslie. So it looks like we have a virtual hand raised. First one is Dan. So Dan, take it away.
Thanks, guys, for presenting, and very welcome to 1 Million Cups chapter. So thank you so much. It was really great to learn about the new tech. My question is more of a request, actually. I'd like to request something from you all, specifically Bob. Okay, so what you said was that you're looking for a definition customer, right? Somebody to help you negotiate a product, kind of like get that back and forth going and that kind of stuff. So a lot of times what we do in, in our communities, we talk about the importance of co-creation of a product with a customer. And you treated that high level. And I was hoping that what you could do is kind of like take that concept and kind of explain that a little bit closer to the ground for us that are kind of like just getting started entrepreneurs, that kind of stuff. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah,
can you, what do you mean by that, like whole co-create thing? And what does that actually look like? How, like, what kind of meetings are you trying to get? And,
so to me,
that kind of thing.
In my experience, the best product definition and development is when the product marketing team is sitting with the engineering team. And, marketing, if we create a document and throw it over the fence and say, oh, I want all these things, they'll ask for everything. And these are challenging products, challenging issues to solve. So I want a tight partnership of, hey, we're looking to build out this architecture. Having the public initiatives and partnership is important because there's risk capital here. So that definition partner, there's an umbrella initiative that helps drive it. But when we sit down and say we have this suite of technologies and products, let's understand the customer's requirements in detail, negotiate back and forth on, you can't have everything, here's what's realistic, and then you have a roadmap of improvements over time. By the way, battery technology is definitely incremental improvements over time. That will get you a product and an EV that really hits the mark. And these technologies, if you look at EV 1.0, the products right now, they're just big battery systems. And this architecture can get much more sophisticated. In my experience, look at the way PC architectures have evolved over the last few years. I see very clear parallels to where we're at now, pretty early in EV stage. So it's roll your sleeves up, do that detailed definition. So I hope this gives you a little better sense at the next level down.
Right. So basically you guys are hesitant to commit resources and dollars in actually producing something until you understand a customer and a customer needs well. Is that what I was taking away from that?
Correct. And you can do a lot of this on paper before big spending happens, right? That's when you're building to those requirements. But you have to hit the bullseye. you know, there's so many technologies that get developed, and then you bring it out. Oh, does this fit? And that just puts you in an iteration loop.
Right. Nice.
I'll do one more thing. Getting the right, you know, definition partner. You need somebody that's motivated. So it's generally somebody, not the tier one folks. It's generally somebody looking to get entry into that market, and they're going to be hungrier and commit more resources to it. In my experience.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bob. And yes, sir.
Bob, could I say a few words? So we are,
yes, please.
Bob and I are discussing and have this think about what's the best way to go. We have the technology, we have the products, we have the manufacturing know-how, actually facilities in China. I'm ready to pull back to establish one in Sacramento in America. And so how to go there further from here? And you're asking something on the ground. Here are a few ideas. We are brainstorming. And yesterday I attended the CEC Bridge program. They will have an idea out. Can we, as this alliance, team together to do a EV agriculture equipment, EV for smart, for clean agriculture? Can we, Sacramento, I know is investing big on smart city. Can we do something to alliance, do some demo projects together? You know, DAE has these ideas, has technology, has products, has a team right in place. Can we pull these people together, do several projects, then to demo our strengths, our technology? That's what I'm thinking. We're right here in Sacramento. Another thing is building efficiency, decarbonizing. We have all these technologies, products to do it. Yeah.
That's an excellent point.
Awesome. So we'll move on to the next question. So we have Gary, Simon, and then Laura will go after Gary. So take it away, Gary.
All right. Well, very good presentation, Ling Hong. Nice to see it after we had our lunch earlier. A couple ideas on connections for you. I don't know whether you've talked with any of these people. There's a gentleman that lives in Roseville. His name is Dan Rastler. He was the program director for Distributed Technologies Battery Storage for EPRI for 30 years. And he would be someone very good to sit down and talk to. Secondly, do you know Aki Almgren? Has that name come up?
Sounds familiar, but you know, I went to China.
Yeah, right.
For 5 years.
Yeah, Aki's from Sweden. He worked for ABB for, I don't know, 30 years probably. But he's been the CEO of an international battery company. He's been on the boards of several other similar companies. For a while, he was the CEO of Capstone Turbine, and as you probably know, that was one of the companies that I had invested in, and was the chairman for a while. But Aki knows everybody, and particularly I think would help you get into some of these other groupings. There's the old one used to be the Automotive Battery Consortium. I don't even know whether that exists anymore. But a lot of what I think you're looking for requires a lot of networking just to find out where some of these connections are. So Ling Hong and Bob, if we sit down, I'll talk about this some more with you. But I think we can get you some connections that, you know, they're real nodes in a huge network, and they can get you to hundreds of other people fairly efficiently.
That would be great, Gary.
Great, Gary. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Gary. Laura.